And I got making knives, but I was just doing it part-time in the house. Got more interested in it, and I met Bill Moran in the early 70s, about 1972. And I was making stock removal knives at the time. And Bill kind of said to me, well, you know, you can contain this whole thing by just learning to do it all in your own shop. Instead of making knives and sending them off to get heat treated and what have you, you can learn all this yourself. And got so excited that I bought myself a coal forge, and my feet hit the shop, the garage door. I had the shop in the garage at the time, and just kept going with it. Jay Hendrickson, and I was born up in a little town called Susquehanna, Pennsylvania. It was on the Susquehanna River in Susquehanna County. If you go back in history, Damascus steel really goes way back. And certainly during the Second World War, the Third Reich, there was a guy by the name of Mueller who was making, daggers. And Bill actually wrote him one time, but he never got a response because he didn't know how to do it. But he kept fooling around in the shop, and he finally hit on it. Bill used two steels. He used a low-carbon steel, kind of like an iron, and he married that with an 01 steel, which is a very good tool steel still used today for a lot of knives. And he usually just started out with two pieces, and he got it to weld. Well, once he knew that, then he expanded on it, and he started using two pieces of iron with a piece of steel in the middle. And the reason he did this is he always worked in coal, and coal is very hot, and the iron will take more heat than the steel. So he always would preach, you've got to put your iron on the outside. Don't put your steel on the outside, you'll burn it up. Well, it's interesting. Today we have the gas forges. Gas forges are very constant at around 2,400 degrees, and so you can put the steel on the outside. Bill never had a gas forge. And I started out the same way. It was very difficult because I would probably get one good billet weld, and then the next time I'd be a failure because a coal is so hard to manage, and it's really an art in itself to know how to manage fire. And Bill used to say after every 3 welds you have to put your fire out and start all over again because of the dirt and the slag and all that's in the coal. So this is what he did, and he never really got away from that. He mostly, all his life, made Damascus out of 01 and iron. And as the industry expanded, guys started using all high-carbon steel, and he could never understand it. Why would you do that? You're going to wind up with just a blade like regular steel. Why take the time to add more steel to it, you know? And so when you go to the metallurgical books, you get a listing of all these kind of steels, and you can figure out what you want to use. And there's a lot of them. I mean, I can go on for 5 minutes to tell you the different steels that we're all using today. One knife we have over there has 11 welds, 11 pieces of metal. I'm 76 years old now, so getting long in the saddle. But I've always enjoyed it. I've always enjoyed teaching. I want to continue to do that and help people when I can. And continue to learn myself, you know. It's always something new. This thing never ends. There's always another design, another artistic thing that you can dream up in your own mind, you know.